Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Oh, and J.J. Redick are the
way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of shot the ball since the break.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
And Walker kicks to Allen. Passes it to Randolph. There's the feed to Walker. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
The shot by Redick, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 19. From deep, Walker. Again, the miss by Walker. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots steal. Griffin dishes to Redick. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Redick's got 17.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Anderson, he's checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Zach Randolph. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Green, he's checked in for Wright. Barnes comes in for Lance Stevenson. P.J. Harrison's checked in for Tony Allen. And Walker subbed in for Mike Conley. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Clippers. Griffin comes in for J.J. Redick. Walker, he's in at point guard. Green is out there with Anderson. Then there's Hairston. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And so far it's been tit for tat in this season series. I mean, they'll get the retribution they came for tonight, making it 1 game apiece for the year with 1 left to go against the Grizzlies.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Paul. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against Milwaukee. Looking to end the drought. Shots good by Walker.
Settle down.
11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Paul.
You know what? You've got got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
And Paul drills both of them. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy.
Chris, how does a win?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present Chris Paul. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
You know what? He's a total package as a floor general. There may not be an official ranking for the best leaders in the league, but if there was, CP3 would be right at the top of the list.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight, no matter how.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it.
Yvette, please.
82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
Oh, say does that star spin?
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors. Live on 2K Sports. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take it.
Walker, he's in at shooting guard. White is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Conley, and it's Stevenson in at the small forward. And the wide open shot from Green. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Barnes has got it. On up the court. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style. Shooting one.
Carter comes in for Green. Tony Allen's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Walker subbed in for Mike Conley. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Azealia is out there with Bogut, so that's the group out there for Golden State. Walker goes in, and they take the lead.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Iguodala outside. Screen by Bogut. The drive by Iguodala. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
And it's tied up with that one. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Here's Walker. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And Curry, here we go. The 11-footer, again, Golden State.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Warriors leading by 4. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warrior him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that deep. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's what he delivers the most.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Let's highlight the shooting guard position now and see which among them have averaged the most points in the second half of the season. Klay Thompson, number 1.
And it's his explosiveness that jumps right out at you. I mean, he exploits gaps in the defense better than any player in the league. If there's an opening, he'll find it.
Yeah, and you need that kind of burst from the off-guard position, and boy, does he ever give it to him. I mean, he's a constant threat and a potent weapon.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Anderson Varejao checked in for Andrew Bogut. And a pretty tight.
Thank you, Kevin.
And now the start of the second half. Peterson. Grizzlies making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Clippers.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Tony Allen is out there with Freak. And it's Carter in at the small forward position.
Can't be sleeping.
Can't believe the regular season's done. Some of those games I can barely remember, but we did it.